Well, here we are. The snow came and has just about left. The livestock so far are doing okay. Of course, they're not liking it a whole lot. Cows are not liking it a whole lot. I'm not liking it a whole lot. We have, now it's still snowing a little bit, but we have been without power since, about 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning. As you can hear, we've finally got the generator running. We've got the pellet stove running in the house. We have coffee, and we've got lunch in the Instapot. So, feeling just a little bit better. It's hard to see. I had hoped to get down here before now, so I don't have my headlight with me. Jet's calf is over there, which is the last born. He's going back to the hay pile to stay warm, and all the others are up here in the feed trough, so, or at least with their mamas. So they have fared this fairly well. Hopefully by tomorrow most of this snow and ice will be gone. It is supposed to be about 18 degrees tonight, so we've got one more challenge to get through before it gets better. The difference a day or so could make. Yep, there's quite a bit of the snow still on the ground. Driveway is getting clear because it's kind of the highest point, but now it's just a lot of water. I'm heading out right now with a couple of bottles. Yeah, I said a couple. We have Cricket, which y'all are familiar with, that has been a bottle baby for a little bit now. But we also have a daughter of our older girl, Mary. Now Mary is a great mama, but she is getting a little older, and her milk production is just not, we'll say 100%. She had one ewe lamb and one ram lamb. So the ram lamb has been much more aggressive at feeding time, and so we've been offering a bottle to the ewe lamb, MJ, once or twice a day, just to make sure, especially in these cold nights, that she has what she needs. This is the mud and the muck I'm talking about. Yeah, it gets like this during the day. Most of it refreezes back at night, and it is a mess. I heard you long before I saw you. I did. Hang on. Hang on. We always get so excited. Down here. Down here. Down here. Down here. There we go. Always get so excited. Whew. All right. Here's Mary. And that's her little ram lamb. This is MJ. Funny thing about Mary is that it always seems like that when she has twins, one of them is almost always predominantly white, and the other one is almost always predominantly black. Now, the sex of each may be different, but if I recall, when she has twins, that's pretty much how her genetics go. Are you needing a top off? Huh? Are you needing a top off? Hmm? Yep. Usually when they start just pretty much chewing on it, they're pretty much done. Okay, yeah, she's done. All right, MJ. Here we go. Between me and you, we have made the decision, when we finish lambing season this year and everybody's out, when we do our clean out this year, we're basically planning on rebuilding and resetting our entire lambing setup. Oh, looky there. Ha ha. I didn't even notice. Muffin has a baby. I didn't even notice. Nope, I did not. It must have been napping up against the hay table when I came through. I didn't even see it. Hey. That one right there is fixing to get a ticket to ride. Come on, Bobby. All right, so we got Muffy and baby up, his umbilical sprayed, and all seems to be good. All right, so bottles go back to the house, and got to start getting ready for this afternoon's adventure. Yeah, this is going to be fun, interesting, and all that. In that we have a pen of mamas and babies that we have needed to wean for a couple weeks now, and unfortunately it has been so wet, nasty, that we've just not been able to do it. Well, we're at the point now that it's now or never. The mamas are getting big enough, babies are getting big enough that feeding time is turning into a absolute madhouse because of the feed competition between the mamas and the babies, and so it's time to get them out. So good weather or not, good conditions or not, it's just going to have to happen. So I'm going to get these bottles back to the house and start making preparations for this afternoon. We did have one casualty from the heavy wet snow. As far as structures go, the ram shed came down from the heavy snow and ice, but all the rams are present and accounted for and doing okay. They still have some shelter there until we can get their other shelter cleaned up and fixed. That over there is actually a more sturdy structure, but they prefer to be under that big open expanse over there. Anyway, we're going to get a new roof put on that one. Okay, so the weaned mamas, as we get them weaned out and sorted out, are going to be going into this field over here. Right now there's not a whole lot out there. They do already have a hay bale out there, but the snow is melting, grass is popping back through. I'm hoping that the snow provided a little bit of insulation for the ryegrass that was doing pretty good. So hopefully it's not killed out, and as soon as we get a couple of more warm days, it'll start packing back up again. Got to get these gates closed. Because we'll run them out of the barn and they'll have access in the barnyard while we finish. Wet or dry? Dry. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a few days since we spoke. We've just been kind of in autopilot, getting through the snow and the cold. The snow is mostly gone. There's a few patches here and there, but it's pretty much done. A lot of mud left in its wake. But now we're faced with, coming up next day or so, some extreme cold. Talking lows in the teens, single digits, somewhere through there. So we're going to try something a little different. So I'm going to see if I can, according to the directions, properly install the heat tape. And so if nothing else, we can at least hopefully keep the main outdoor hydrant that we use the most from freezing up. Everybody always has to come see what you're doing because they're all very convinced you might accidentally be feeding something. Well, unfortunately, I got the shortest one they had, and you know, I like to be extremely careful when you're dealing with anything with electricity and heat. It warned about not spiraling, not overlapping. So unfortunately it's way too big, and I got the smallest one they had. Okay, now I've done it. I can't find my pocket knife. Oh, there it is. Whew. I really wish that heat tape would have worked, but unfortunately, like I said, I don't like doing things like that against their recommendations, because they built them, they made them, they know how it's supposed to be used. So I don't want to run the risk.
We had noticed that one of the mamas and baby pens really weren't eating their hay real good, so we thought, well, it is a small pen, it has been there for a little bit, maybe we should freshen it up. So I'm going to go out and grab a bale, and I'm going to move it up into position so at feeding time tonight we can move it on in, but I can't get too close because I have to get the old bale out before the new bale goes in. Then I'm also going to go get a second bale. Now the second bale is going to go just outside the barn in front. I'm going to turn it around so that when we're ready for a new bale on the hay table inside, I can easily get under it, pick it up, and put it onto the hay table. Now that we have everyone fed and out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and move on in, grab that old bale and move it out, but don't worry, we have a good place for it. Then I'm going to get the fresh bale moved in. Now that we have it in, I'm going to take the old bale and guess where it's going. Yep, it's going to the pig pen. We've got some really cold nights coming up. It is a little damp from all the snow and rain we've had, so I bet you they're going to enjoy some fresh bedding.
Cows are trying to figure out what's going on, because last few nights I've included with their cows are trying to figure out what's going on. Last few nights I included with their ration what a lot of people around here call cubes. I don't know why. They're about as big around as your thumb, about that long, but they're not cubed. Up north in northern areas they call it cake, because they love it like cake. They really do. And so cows are kind of going trough to trough, going, hey, where's the good stuff? Yeah, got them spoiled just a little bit. Anyway, it is getting cold fast. I'm going to get these water tanks, get up, and get ready to go to the house. Well, it's not too bad out here. If you can find a place out of the wind and in the sun, which unfortunately there's not a whole lot of those places. We kind of at a draw point right now. Sale's coming up next weekend. I'm not going to be able to take off work to sort and load for sale. So we've got to do some of it ahead of time if we're going to. So, but with the extreme cold and the wind, not sure if we're doing that today or if we're going to try to hit sale next month and wait for just a little bit warmer weather. Right now, I'm going to get a hair right and go ahead and get our tractor tank full of water just in case the hydrant freezes. As far as sorting this evening, I'm not sure. We do have about 5 mamas that we need to get pulled out of that pen and moved to the other pasture. So we may just be doing that and getting that done. Or we may decide to go ahead and scale out the lambs and mark those for sale next week. That still remains to be seen. I'm not sure which one's worse, slopping around in the mud or going across these frozen ruts. When you hit those frozen ruts, it's almost like running over parking blocks in the parking lot, because that mud is solid as a rock. Layla, hey, girl, if you want to eat, you better go eat. That valve on the water tank already about half froze. I'm gonna call it a night. I know y'all can't see anything. I can't see much either. I'm gonna kill the tractor so I don't run out of fuel. And we'll see you next time.